All right, so we're in the front of the house now, and I'll kind of bring you through. Again, I haven't, it was all together, and then as I'm working on things, I do have my little squirrel there. Hopefully, it's recording this stuff. My Hobbit door. Every time I show something, I want to go over what the project is because, like, oh, this isn't the finish, just my my visions and things. Yeah, I feel like I need to be so apologetic not having the finished product to show everyone. But back on the story of 2 years ago. So it actually started in January. I guess that would have been 2023. Time is just such a warp these days. I can't believe how crazy it is. But I had Biley and Laura. I said, let's do self love, self care. Let's really focus on ourselves. And in this time, I just thought I was living the high life. Everything was coming together. The whole thing with getting this geodome, getting the plans together, and the kit was to come that spring, which ended up being the fall. And activate crystals with Kendra and just really enjoying life, having great people around me, got back into rock climbing, and I started doing the videos for YouTube where it's like, I'm going to take people on this journey with me. And I had this little grouping that happened before Mark of someone that really fit my idea of that person that marked all those check boxes. Except for the engagements, I make time be very precious in my life and others. I really value it because it's like that is something that has no price tag on it. You can't get back. And I just noticed I was using a lot more energy towards him than he was to me. And I was just tired of it. It's like, oh my gosh, how many times do I do this that I expend my time that's precious to someone else and not getting even close to the same feedback where it's like, I'm not that important. So, actually, to them, I should say. So, I finally, even though he hit every point and what I would have loved and everything else in my mind of where I placed him, I just thought, I don't care. This is hurting, and that is not what I want for a relationship or to even feed more of myself into that. So I just sent a message that, I don't need you to be that teacher for me. I don't need that lesson anymore. I got it. Thank you. And I'm going to bless both of us in a way of not having that karmic exchange of him having to play that role. So that was the whole shift. It was like telling the universe I got the lesson. And instead, I infused myself hanging out with people like Bennett and going to see Kendra working on the Activate Crystal stuff and going rock climbing with girlfriends, whatever. It didn't even matter. Taking my dog Trinity out. And it was within 3 months of that time of just really infusing in that self-respect and love for myself and others that Mark showed up in my life. And I've talked about that and other things. But what we're coming to is, so that was March 15th. We met. I had him in the friend zone. May, he fell out of the friend zone at the end of June. I was already moving in. And from the very beginning, our time was precious. It was precious with each other. And I'm like, oh, this is moving fast. And he said, I get that, but what would be the value of us waiting? And when he said that, of the time that we would have taken to just make more time for me to move in, even though we're neighbors, so it wasn't taking too much of time or anything away. I moved in, and thank goodness I did, because on July 5th, I was supposed to go hiking with some girlfriends after work, and I get a message from him, and he says, I am in urgent care, and they found a mass, and they think it's pancreatic cancer. and they're moving me to whatever hospital. It's all just kind of a blur these days. So I let my friends know I'm not going hiking and end up going to hospital, and the next day he has his first biopsy appointment, and from there it just 2 years ago we're coming on that anniversary. And so all these times and what I thought and what I was going for, that preciousness of time, it took it to a whole nother level. The preciousness of love and what I knew in my heart, it took it to a whole new level. So this has been beautiful and painful, and the relationship with my parents and my relationship to myself and my worth and others, you know, it's like, man, I think we spend so much time trying to reach that thing, that idea, that we miss the true lessons and blessings along the way. And so what I'm trying to get at with this one is whether or not I do this with the full moon ceremony, so whether or not I send this guy out, I want to send some things on how to pull back your energy, because your commodity of that heart is beyond any price tag right now. The preciousness of this life, and even if it's painful and it may not feel precious right now, we came here to be in it. So you have to trust that was a blessing, that you came here and that you are that treasure to someone else and many others. But you gotta let that gift out. You can't keep trying to build up what your worth is and trying to win over people that just don't get you, that you're too much or too messy or too complicated, got too much drama and stuff. If they can't see what's inside of you and what's there, or don't have the time of it, free that space to have time for yourself and allow other love in. I'm so glad I did. So much love to all of you. Have a great day.